Ever pondered the idea of living on another planet or even our moon? What does it hold for humanity? Imagine stepping out of a spacecraft onto the dusty landscape of Mars, or the barren surface of our moon. An exciting vision, isn't it? The idea of intergalactic colonization isn't just a figment of science fiction anymore. Advancements in space exploration have brought this dream closer to reality. Scientists and space agencies worldwide are exploring the possibility of making other planets or our moon a second home for humanity. This is driven by various reasons: curiosity, survival, the quest for knowledge, and the innate human trait to explore the unknown. However, the path to colonization is fraught with challenges. From surviving harsh environments to finding sustainable resources, each hurdle tests the limits of human innovation. As we dream of an interstellar future, one question remains: how will land on Mars or the moon be divided? Let's explore this cosmic conundrum together. From the dawn of civilization, land has been a symbol of power, wealth, and status. But what happens when that land is not on Earth but on Mars or the moon? The prospect of colonizing celestial bodies raises a myriad of questions, particularly about land ownership. Theories on how land on Mars or the moon could be divided are as diverse as they are intriguing. Some propose a first-come, first-served approach, where the first to reach and establish a settlement could claim ownership. Others suggest a more cooperative approach, where land is shared among nations or even held in common by all of humanity. An important piece of the puzzle is the Outer Space Treaty of 1967. This international agreement, ratified by over 100 countries, prohibits national appropriation of celestial bodies. This means that no country can claim sovereignty over a planet or moon, even if they are the first to land or establish a base there. In essence, it keeps space as a shared resource for all of humanity. However, the treaty does not specifically address private ownership, leading some to argue that individuals or corporations could stake a claim. This could potentially lead to a new space race, not between nations but between private entities, each vying for their piece of the intergalactic pie. On the other hand, there are those who advocate for a completely open model. In this scenario, no one would own land on Mars or the moon. Instead, these celestial bodies would be treated as global commons, available for exploration and use by all, but owned by none. This brings us to a crossroads. Will land on Mars or the moon be owned by countries here on Earth? Will it be the domain of private entities? Or will it be a shared resource, open to all but owned by none? As we step into the realm of the unknown, even the most established rules and conventions are called into question. And as we inch closer to becoming an interplanetary species, these questions become ever more pressing. Our answers will shape not just our future in space, but also our understanding of ownership, cooperation, and shared responsibility. If humans do set foot on Mars or the moon as permanent residents, who will govern them? A question as large as the cosmos themselves. As we ponder this conundrum, let's explore the potential players in this celestial chess game. International organizations could be one solution. The United Nations, for instance, with its global reach and mandate, could potentially step in to manage these new territories. This, however, poses its own set of challenges. Who gets to make the decisions? How do we ensure fair representation? And what about the enforcement of laws and regulations? The UN currently lacks a dedicated space agency, and the creation of such an entity would be a mammoth task fraught with political and logistical hurdles. Alternatively, private corporations have shown keen interest in space exploration. Companies like SpaceX and Blue Origin are leading the charge towards the stars. But should these corporations be given the power to govern? On the one hand, they have the resources and the technology. On the other, the prospect of corporate-controlled planets brings to mind dystopian sci-fi scenarios where profit is prioritized over people's well-being. Finally, we come to self-governance by the colonizers themselves. This is a tantalizing prospect, reminiscent of the pioneering spirit of early settlers, yet it's fraught with uncertainties. What form of government would be established? How would conflicts be resolved? And crucially, how do we avoid repeating the mistakes of Earth's colonial past? Each of these options carries its own set of advantages and disadvantages, and none provide a perfect solution. Perhaps the answer lies in a combination of these approaches, or perhaps in something entirely unforeseen. This is not just a question of politics or logistics. It's a question of our values as a species, our vision for the future, and our willingness to learn from our past. Who will hold the reins in this new frontier is a question that continues to perplex and intrigue us. And as we ponder, we must remember that the stars are not just destinations, but opportunities for us to redefine what it means to be human. As we venture into the cosmos, we carry with us not only our hopes and dreams but also our dilemmas. Imagine this: the human species, once confined to the cradle of Earth, now reaching out to touch the dusty surface of Mars, or the cold, barren landscape of the Moon. This isn't just a flight of fancy, it's a very real possibility we've explored together in this video. Intergalactic colonization, once the stuff of science fiction, is now within the realms of science fact. But with this new frontier comes a host of questions. How will we divide these new lands we're set to conquer? Will we draw lines in the Martian soil as we have on Earth, carving up territories for countries? Or will we take a leap of faith into a new way of thinking, creating a truly open society where land is shared for the benefit of all? And then comes the question of governance. Who will hold the reins of power on these celestial bodies? Will we extend the reach of our earthbound governments, or will we allow new systems of governance to emerge, shaped by the unique challenges and opportunities these new environments present? These aren't just idle musings. They're crucial considerations we must grapple with as we prepare to step beyond our home planet. After all, the decisions we make now will shape the societies of tomorrow, impacting not just those brave pioneers who first set foot on these new worlds but potentially generations to come. As we stand on the precipice of a new era, we must navigate these complexities, paving the way for a future that is as fair as it is exciting. After all, the stars belong to all of us, don't they? Please like and subscribe for more space-related videos.